It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture. Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Instagram and it's still always at is Mr. TALIAFERRO. Really quickly before we get into this video here, I think it's time that we celebrate. I'm about to hit 300,000 subscribers. The last couple of months I've been doing a giveaway each month, and I want to take that to the next level. So this month, this Sunday, I believe is the date. I'm gonna give you guys more details soon. I think I want to do a live giveaway, right? There are still a couple people who don't believe TALIAFERRO'S giveaways are legit. So I think I want to do it live, and because of an investment I made, I'll actually be able to take you guys' phone calls if everything goes correctly live on the air. So that's very exciting to be able to talk to some people that have been supporting your boy. So stay tuned. I should make an announcement next couple days about a live stream this Sunday in which I will be doing Amazon gift card giveaways. Super excited about that. Now let's get right into it. Now, here's my thing. Y'all pay me for the truth. Y'all don't pay me for lies. Y'all pay me for a little bit of news. And more important than anything else, y'all want the truth from your boy, Mr. TALIAFERRO. A dead clock can be right twice a day. All right? I don't really know Akademiks like that. I use his information and some of the news and stories that he reports on as starting points for me and my content that I create. I'm man enough to admit that. Now, I don't think I would agree with Akademiks if we ever met each other. I don't even actually like considering me and him in the same field. I don't respect people who make threats over the internet. That ain't who I am. Now, I've called music whack. We've been critical of music, but I try to be respectful of everybody in any situation because I'm the type of dude that I stand on whatever I say, right? Like, I'm a man, and I got to be able to be man enough to step in front of people and in any artist, in any room, any athlete, and say, yes, this is what I said, and I said it, and I meant it, right? You can't, there will never be a time where I say something in which an artist can look me in my eye and say, bro, what you say to me? Because I always make sure I have respect for anything I say. Akademiks, you might call him a hip-hop blogger. I look at it, what he does is teetering the lines of the streets, right? Like you making threats like you about that life. You calling people out of their name. You to me that ain't nothing blogging about that. Don't play victim role when you make comments about people. Don't say I'm just a blogger. You ain't making threats like a blogger. You making threats as a street dude, right? Like you really about that life. I don't really respect that. Like I said, a dead clock can be right twice. Recently, Akademiks did a live Twitch stream in which he talked about a couple of people that had something to say about him earlier this year. Akademiks got in some trouble with Everyday Struggle and Twitch, and in last year as well, Akademiks had got into a back and forth with Jesus and Meryl, and both times, Joe Budden's co-host Rory and Mal had something to say about Akademiks on the Joe Budden podcast. Now we obviously know that Joe Budden and that podcast is about to end their deal with Spotify in the next couple of days, and it looks like they're going to go back to just posting on YouTube. Over the last few episodes, it's been Joe Budden explaining his contract negotiations with Spotify, and you really ain't heard Parks or Rory or Mal say anything. Well, on Akademiks' live stream, he called out Rory and Mal. He was like, yo, y'all had something to say about my contract situation when people thought I had lost a deal. Y'all said what y'all would do if y'all were me. Why y'all ain't speaking up on y'all own situation? Right now, y'all in the heat. It's about y'all right now, and y'all letting Joe do all the talking. Let's check out a little bit of Akademiks' live stream.
To Rory and the fucking other bum nigga, stop talking about other niggas' deals unless you're down to talk about y'all own. I got it both of y'all before. Y'all tried to respond and y'all didn't say shit about y'all deal, but when it comes to y'all talking about Gilly, other platforms, other hosts, other this, y'all seem to have a master class ready to give. We don't respect the niggas who have opinions on others but are mute when their shit is on the fucking spotlight. I can't respect a guy like that. So that's why I tell y'all, pipe down. And that's why I get at y'all now, because y'all used to criticize me Just like how Joe said, which I by the way disagree with, but fine. I'll just go with what he said. He said he's not in the same fight with Charlemagne. To Rory and Mal, you untalented bums. We ain't in the same fight. So when y'all comment on anything I do, I feel offended. You know, Joe felt offended today because he felt him and Charlemagne wasn't fighting the same fight. I'm like, is Rory and the other dweeb talking about some shit they've never done? Wake me up when anytime they're talking about whatever deal they have or they passed on, I don't care. And Rory says, man, yeah, they offered us $20 million and I didn't want that. Rory, you're not fucking... You're on Joe Budden's podcast. You're on Joe Budden. The only gripe you might have is Joe don't want to give you a raise. You don't have no gripe with Spotify. They're not emailing you. They're not emailing your lawyer. They're talking to Joe. So just keep ad-libbing and yes-manning. But I only want to put a spotlight on y'all because y'all try to act to dumb niggas like y'all are the aficionados of anything. Yet y'all are workers. Y'all are workers. How could a worker tell people? So I'm trying to educate the public. Rory and Mal, tell Rory and Mal to talk about their deals, not Joe's deal. They're talking about Joe's deal. If there's 10 million cut by Spotify, it's Joe's money. And then Joe takes from that money and pays y'all.
Now, I have been on record of saying the Joe Budden podcast is my favorite podcast. It's the one I can't miss 2 times a week. Hell, if I'm up at 6 a.m., which sometimes I am, I got to tune in. As soon as that bad boy drop, love it. Love the Joe Budden podcast. But y'all pay me for honesty. That's what I get paid for. News and honesty. And I got to be real with you. I do watch the podcast sometime. And I really got to be honest with you. I think this is Joe Budden putting his co-host in a very bad spot because it's in Joe's nature to overtalk everyone. And he's gotten so much better with this over the last couple of years. But you could tell in like this Spotify contract, Joe's reverted back to being old Joe, which is kind of like when the podcast was first getting started before Mal got on the podcast, when Joe would always overtalk his co-host, right? And in this Spotify situation, it is weird to see Joe doing all the talking. Also, he's discussing about being the boss in the room, in which you talking about being the boss, and you made comments at Charlemagne, in which it seems like you're the only boss in the room, right? Like, in your room. Rory and Mal ain't saying nothing, and Parks as well. They not saying anything in these conversations, which tends to believe they have nothing to say and add to this conversation because they ain't the ones negotiating the deal. And according to Akademiks, he claims that they're workers. Y'all let me know. Very interesting hip-hop conversation as Akademiks brings Rory and Mal to the forefront. He's like, yo, y'all had all that to say about my contract situation, but now it's y'all's situation in the limelight, and y'all ain't got nothing to say. Y'all letting Joe do all the talking. And again, it is named the Joe Budden Podcast, but it is worth noting, to be fair to Akademiks, like, yo, how y'all comment on other people's situation, and now y'all ain't got nothing to say? And I will admit this, sometimes, being a long-time fan of the podcast, I don't like when people just yes-man things, and sometimes Rory and Mal and Parks, they just yes-man their way through segments. I never like that. I don't respect that, right? And in a situation like this, I don't think you could just yes-man your way through y'all Spotify deal. When you've been critical, see, Akademiks, he kind of went off the deep end a little bit, but the premise of what he's saying, I won't use the term boss, I'll use the term as a creator, right? That's Joe's, at the end of the day, it's his name on it. He's the primary creator of that content. It's when something goes wrong with that podcast, Joe Budden makes the headlines, not Rory or Mal. As a person who's created my own platform, we 300,000 strong, I understand the frustration in Akademiks' voice. You can't be the ones talking about everyone else's situation as if you're the top dog at your platform, and when it's time for you to speak up, you got nothing to say, right? Which means you ain't even in that conversation. The second or third mic, the B and C mics, can't call out the A mic on they ish, and when it's time for them to be called out or them to explain what's going on with their situation, look, yo, they talk about a lot of things on that platform. I talk about a lot of stuff on my platform. When it's you in the line with light in the fire, which I will be in one day, people want to know, like, yo, what? No, you talk about everybody else. It's tough to respect somebody's opinion and value it when you're in the forefront. You dodge questions or just let Joe Budden handle the talking, right? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment box below. Interesting conversation in the culture. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, support. And again, this Sunday, I believe I'm doing a big time giveaway for all the people that support me and my platform. We talked about other people's platform in this video. My platform, 300,000 strong. I think to celebrate that memorable moment, I want to do a live giveaway and take some calls from the people that support your boy. I'm out.